Once again, I would like to welcome you on my YouTube channel, Learn with Ease. Friends, there is a bond between animals and human beings. Friends, look at these pictures. You will understand that there is a bond between animals and human beings. Look at these pictures. Oh, wow. So cute. Really, friends, these pictures are so cute. These pictures are really so cute. Now here, we are going to learn a story from our 10th standard textbook, An Encounter of a Special Kind, written by Tapan Mukherjee. This story depicts a bond of trust, compassion, and also mutual understanding between man and animals. So, friends, let's start our story. The title of our story is An Encounter of a Special Kind. Encounter means battle, fight. So, in this story, the writer is telling us about an incident. In that incident, a dominant male langur attacked a baby langur, and here our writer rescued that baby langur from that dominant langur. We are going to see this story, we are going to learn this story. So at first I'll read the first passage of our story. Here the writer says, "My father was a medical professional working for a private company in Raniganj in West Bengal. The offices of the company were housed in individual bungalows inside a large campus. Our house was in a corner of the campus. The officers' club was adjacent to the boundary wall of a garden. The compound was luxurious with green grass, colorful flowers, and host of tall and majestic trees. The seasonal vegetables in the kitchen garden of the household and the magnificent trees constantly attracted squirrels and many species of the birds. A group of langurs had even made their den in an ashwatha tree nearby. They had all become a part and parcel of our existence and daily life." So friends, let's see the explanation of this passage. Here, our writer's family was living in Raniganj in West Bengal. Writer's father was a medical professional, and the company provided all the officials individual bungalows, and our writer's bungalow was at a corner. And in that large campus, there was a officers' club also, and that club was adjacent to the boundary wall. Adjacent, friends, adjacent means nearby, close. So the club was adjacent to the boundary wall, and our campus was luxurious with green grass, colorful flowers, and also huge and majestic trees. Squirrels and various species of birds were attracted by the seasonal vegetables and also magnificent trees. Not only birds and squirrels were attracted by the garden, but also a group of langur was also there, and a group of langur had made their den in an ashwatha tree nearby. Ashwatha is a name given to people tree. Friends, under this ashwatha tree, Lord Gautam Buddha has found knowledge. So here near that ashwatha tree, our group of langur had made their den, And here all these birds, animals have become a part and parcel of our writer's life, of our writer's daily life. Now friends, to become a part and parcel is a phrase. To become a part and parcel means to become an important and essential part of something. So, the birds and animals and also that group of langur has become a part and parcel of our writer's life. So this was the first passage. Now, in the next passage, writer is telling us about an incident. A small incident on a Saturday afternoon left a profound effect on me and unfolded my eyes a whole new dimension to the wonders of God's creation. It was a few days into the Puja vacation. Just like any other child, the holidays provided an opportunity for me to become engrossed in various magazines and storybooks published especially for the children in festive season. So this is our second passage. In this passage, writer is telling us about a small incident happened on Saturday afternoon. Here, writer says that incident left a profound effect on our writer. Profound means deep. So that incident left a profound effect on our writer. Here, the days were of holidays and Durga Puja's vacations were going on. Our writer had got opportunity to read various types of books, various types of magazines, storybooks, which were specially published for the children in the festive season. So here there is a phrase to be engrossed in. To be engrossed in means to be occupied in, to be completely occupied in. So here writer says that he was totally engrossed, in reading various types of magazines and storybooks during those vacations. Now in the next passage, the writer says, after a hearty lunch, my parents and my younger sister lay down for an afternoon nap, and I settled down with a storybook. The quiet afternoon presented the perfect backdrop for reading an adventure story. The silence was occasionally broken by the sound of my family snoring, the intermittent chopping of house cars, the harsh cawing of crow, the shrill call of a kite flying high above over the ground, above the ground. Minutes ticked by. I became deeply absorbed in the book. So here in the third passage, the writer says that on that afternoon, our writer's family took hearty lunch. Hearty means what? Hearty means wholesome. Hearty means fulfilling. So writer's family took their hearty lunch, and writer's parents and his sisters lay down for afternoon nap. Afternoon nap means a short sleep during the day, which is taken during the day. That is called afternoon nap. So our writer's family lay down for an afternoon nap, and our writer settled down for reading a storybook. He settled down for reading adventure storybook. The atmosphere was so silent, and that atmosphere provided perfect background for reading adventurous stories. So here our writer was reading the book. The atmosphere was also too good here, but the silence was occasionally broken. The silence was occasionally broken by the snoring of writer's family. And also, house sparrows were chirping, a crow was cawing. Because of these sounds, occasionally the silence of our writer was broken. Now here, though the silence was broken, our writer was completely engrossed. Our writer was completely absorbed in reading the book. So, from this passage, we understand that our writer had a great love of reading books. Our writer had a great love for reading books. Now, the next passage. Suddenly, I heard a group of street dogs barking furiously in the distance. I chose to ignore the commotion, thinking that the pack of dogs might have cornered a helpless pig. But soon the barking became louder and more aggressive, and the alarmed cawing of a flock of crows added to the cacophony. I also heard the disturbance approaching closer. Curiosity caught the better of me. Leaving the book aside, I rushed to the veranda to see what was going on. So in this passage, our writer is telling us about that incident. Suddenly, our writer heard a pack of dogs were shouting loudly. They were shouting furiously in some distance. Here, in the beginning, our writer decided to ignore the commotion. Commotion means noise, confusion, which was going on outside. So our writer decided to ignore the commotion in the beginning, but soon the voice became louder and louder. And here, our writer was thinking in the beginning that a helpless pig, helpless means unfortunate, a helpless pig might have been cornered by the dogs, and so they are barking. But here, the voice became louder and louder. And so here, our writer decided to put aside the book and to go in the veranda to see what's going on. So our writer put aside the book and he went out into the veranda to see what is going on. So friends, we will see what was going on in our story in our next video, in our second part of this story. Thank you for watching this video.